If you hear these words, know this. It is no mere coincidence. It is an echo, a resonance. Your soul may have sensed this call, anticipated it. Before we step across the threshold to where the very essence lies hidden, make your choice. Your like is not simply a display of affection. It is your declaration of intent, your first step. Your subscription is an entry into the ranks of those who are unafraid to seek, who strive for knowledge, the truth, which they so stubbornly conceal behind the veil of daily news, is actually simple, yet at the same time, terrifying. This is not another conspiracy theory. It is a real conspiracy, aimed against your consciousness, against your ability to think freely. The world you have grown accustomed to believing as real is an artfully oiled mechanism of illusion, meticulously constructed, designed to keep you in unseen captivity. And right now, this age-old, finely tuned mechanism is faltering. The signs of what's happening surround us everywhere, yet they are drowned out by the all-consuming, deafening roar of outright lies. You surely feel it, don't you? It's a disquieting premonition of approaching, inevitable change, seeping into the very depths of your being, down to your very bones. Ancient sages knew. They saw and understood the cycles woven through time. They heard the quiet yet insistent whisper of the earth itself, and they foretold moments of great, fateful upheaval. Let us recall the prophecy of the Hopi people, now forgotten by many, but still vibrant and stirring in the hearts of those who continue to seek truth. It speaks of a time when the Great Spirit from the heavens would send a sign to the world, a sign so powerful and all-encompassing that it would shake the very foundations of our existence. The ancients spoke of this as the Great Purification, as the Earth's axis shift. These were not mere metaphors, not poetic liberties, but real, tangible prophecies, an exact cataclysm, as if calculated by the universe itself, foretold millennia before humanity learned to measure the very pulse of the planet. In now lost scrolls from the Great Library of Alexandria, rumored not to have been destroyed, but carefully hidden within the Vatican's secret archives, mentions survive of hearts beating in unison with celestial motion. These ancient texts, in essence, described a grand astronomical phenomenon destined to occur in the era of the great eclipse of consciousness. Concurrently, in a lost manuscript discovered among the ruins of an ancient city on the banks of the great Euphrates, known as the Chronicles of Mesopotamia, a description is found of the world's reversal, a moment when the celestial waters would pour down and the earthly firmament would ascend. And these are not the only testimonies from the depths of ages. In a secluded mountain monastery, high in the Himalayas, where a stranger's foot rarely treads, scrolls bound in leather, attributed to the wise hermit Lama Shiva, were discovered. They speak of the dance of the poles, of the planet's rebirth through fiery water. These disparate voices, so distant from one another, seemingly unconnected, mysteriously whisper of the same thing. Even the blind prophetess from Bulgaria, Vanga, whose predictions astound with their incredible accuracy, spoke of a time when the earth will be turned upside down. The ancient Maya, whose civilization possessed a remarkable, almost mystical understanding of astronomy and the cosmos, recorded cycles in their long-term calendars that pointed to fundamental changes in the very rhythm of the planet. They foresaw not merely a shift of eras, but a tectonic upheaval that would turn the world upside down. All these seemingly disparate details, like fragments of a grand puzzle, were assembling into a single, captivating picture. A picture illuminated by the cold, piercing light of complex, science-based terminology. Recent studies, classified as top secret, shed light on fractal patterns in geopolitical events. Scientists assert that these regularities foretell a momentous collapse of quantum probability on a global scale. But that is not all. Astrophysicists, who have dared to break their silence, hint at disturbing anomalies in our planet's magnetic field and unprecedented fluctuations in solar activity. They suspect these phenomena directly influence the noosphere, humanity's collective consciousness itself. Imagine all those ancient prophecies, all the mysterious tales and legends we've accustomed ourselves to viewing as the product of mystical imagination or children's fables, are in reality coded scientific observations. They were crafted by civilizations possessing a profound, far deeper understanding of the universe than we can possibly imagine. That inexplicable oppressive wave of anxiety that suddenly washes over you at 3 a.m, when it feels like the walls of your room are slowly closing in. That sharp sense of alienation as you look at the strangers passing by on the street, at their vacant, lost gazes. This is not ordinary depression. This is your soul, suffocating within the confines of this artificial matrix. This is your survival instinct, desperately screaming at you, something is fundamentally wrong. This is your true essence, awakening in the face of a looming, terrifying truth. You feel an internal resistance, as if an unseen hand is pulling you back, preventing your insight. This is fear, the most powerful weapon in their hands, a tool they skillfully manipulate. Fear of the unknown, fear of the coming changes, fear of losing everything that seemed an unshakable foundation of your reality. But what if all these dreadful creations of our anxieties, wars, global crises, pandemics, economic upheavals, are merely phantoms, shadows dancing on the walls of a metaphorical cave? What if the true oppressor, the one holding you captive within your own limitations, gazes back at you from your own reflection? What if all this external commotion, this ceaseless whirl of events, is merely a cunning diversion, designed to conceal the true nature of your internal prison? The universe does not punish humanity. It purges, burning away the poison of fear, ignorance, and material worship that has so tightly bound your souls. It is like a complex cosmic surgery, agonizing, yet absolutely essential for healing. Your ego, that fragile crown of the finest glass, shatters with a crack under the unbearable pressure. The system, an intricate web of entwined metallic veins that ensnares you from head to toe, begins to tear at its seams. The prophets of old saw not just a single chosen one, not one solitary savior to come. They foresaw an entire army of awakened souls. They saw specifically you. You are not merely a negligible part of an ancient prophecy. You are its living fulfillment. The power you futilely sought in the bustle of the external world has always resided deep within you. And this is not just a pretty metaphor. It is a true revelation. All your suffering, all your doubts, all the battles fought, these were nothing more than alchemical processes, carefully purifying your soul, preparing it for the great, inevitable transition. And now, the moment arrives when the earth itself will begin to tremble, and the heavens will pour down rain with revelations, and it is then that your true, deep essence will manifest. Understand, you are not docile sheep led to slaughter. You are mighty lions awakening from a centuries-long slumber, the true builders of a new, coming reality. Now that the veil has been lifted from your eyes, and the light of knowledge illuminates your path, inaction becomes unthinkable. Your like is a brilliant flash of light, instantly visible across the vast network, a beacon guiding other seeking souls. And your share is a precious seed, carefully planted in the barren desert of slumbering minds, offering hope for a new, long-awaited awakening. Your subscription, however, is a sacred vow, a solemn declaration of your unwavering readiness to join the ranks of those who fearlessly gaze beyond the horizon of the familiar. If you feel ready for more, if your heart responds to the call of the next thrilling stage, then our inner circle will become your steadfast operational base. This is our place, where we share wisdom, where we support each other on this sacred journey. Your support, expressed through a super thanks, becomes the vital energy that fuels our collective flame in this relentless battle against the encroaching darkness. It is the true fuel for our movement, for our quest for evolution. Until our next meeting, friends, remain aware, stay connected, and never, ever stop